It is a difficult issue, and I respect greatly the remarks of the sponsor of the bill and the two gentlemen who work on these issues and just spoke. All three of them care tremendously about the children in our state and about healthcare, and have shown that in thought, word, and deed over the many years that they've served in both this body and in the other body, in the case of the other two gentlemen, and the woman sitting next to me in serving on the HES committees. In this instance, I am voting yes in favor of the 218 pregnant women, and yes in favor of the 1,277 children who will receive health care as a result of this bill passing. And that's why I'm casting my vote today. I agree with the sentiments of the senator to my right that this bill does need work in trying to keep in the spirit of Masons without discussing procedures and the other body. We know that bills are a process, and it will move on through that process into the other body, and there will be other people that will reflect on it. I too am concerned about the abortion element of it. Our third branch of government, in the judiciary, in the three branches that we have, the executive, the legislative, and the third branch, have interpreted our right to privacy in the Constitution to include a woman's right when she is pregnant to receive services related to that pregnancy in privacy. And that is the way that the Supreme Court has interpreted it. It has been upheld. And there are people in this body, both the speakers, in fact, that had previously spoken on the left-hand side have attempted through numerous bills to try and adjust that ruling and have been unsuccessful. Our Supreme Court has spoken, and they have said that, in fact, a woman who seeks Denali KidCare treatment when they're pregnant receives care irrespective. And so it's an issue. And our governor decided to veto the bill based on that fact, that some of the women seeking treatment may choose to terminate that pregnancy. I don't think it's a secret, Mr. President, that most of us here in this body do not like abortions. And most of us would prefer that abortions do not take place. We would like to see life continue. We respect life at the beginning and at the end stages, and we reflect that in thought, word, and deed, in how we care for our elderly, how we care for the unborn, how we care for pregnant women, how we care for those who are adopted and in foster care. But we simply cannot, in my opinion, turn our backs on the 218 pregnant women who are carrying unborn children that need those services. And I can tell you, as a woman who carried an unborn life, that prenatal care is absolutely critical. And I was an educated woman carrying an unborn life. And there are things that I didn't know, Mr. President, about nutrition and folic acid and things that I needed to do. And I can't imagine if you were a younger woman and maybe an uneducated woman and all kinds of things, you need help, you need guidance. And if you don't have access to it because of a job that you didn't take or because of circumstances that have left you where you are, I don't want those 218 pregnant women, along with the 218 lives they're carrying, to be denied those choices, along with the 1,277 children who may walk into a Denali KidCare center and find refuge. Perhaps they're abused children, Mr. President, who will find refuge. Perhaps they're children who are diabetic and will find out that they're diabetic and get treatment early on that will save digits that they won't lose, or eyesight that they won't lose. Perhaps we'll find out that they have a hole in their heart that can be repaired early on so that they go on to live a long, healthy life. I am casting my vote in favor of them, and I was also a part of the group of folks who had to vote, unfortunately, to freeze Denali KidCare at $175 when oil was down at $11 a barrel. So I recognize that as we move through the course of Alaska's history and continue to rely on oil as our mainstay, we may have to adjust these numbers. But as the senator said to my right, so long as we can afford it And so long as we are #1 in the nation in child statistics that are gruesome and unflattering, we should at least be #1 in treating our pregnant women and our children. And so I cast my vote in favor of them today.
Thank you, Senator McGuire.